Welcome back to Gear of the Common Game. Today, in deck number 671, we've got a partner pair. Prava of the Steel Legion. As long as it's your turn, creature tokens you control get +1/+4. That's kind of cool. 4 mana to make a soldier token. Okay. And it has partner, of course. Now, the reason why I chose Prava for this half was that first line. +1/+4 is pretty strong. Now, the second partner is Tekik, which sounds like the sound your car makes after the extended warranty they warned you about is running out. Anyway, 5 mana 1/1, Artificer, okay. Enters the battlefield, make a 3/3 golem token. I like the fact that they've kept the splicer in the name with making of the 3/3 golem. That's kind of cool. But whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, you put a counter on this and each golem. So we're kind of I paired the two because of obviously the golem tokens, but we have kind of two ways we want to go here. We want to put artifacts in the graveyard and we want to make tokens. So let's get to it. The very first is the other splicers. We have Blade Splicer. Now, I love the splicers because when they come in, they make the golem, and they give golem creatures you control an ability. Like, this one does first strike. The Maul Splicer gives them trample. Sensor Splicer, they have vigilance. Vital Splicer can regenerate target golem. Now, we're running other golems besides tokens. But, so this is a, pretty good ability. Master Splicer just gives them an anthem. And then Splicer Skill, of course, is just a spell that makes the golem. You can splice. I love that. I haven't heard anybody talk about how Splicer Skill has splice, and it's a pun in the name. Always looking for stuff like that. Before we get into the rest of it, let's look at the ramp, shall we? Now, green and white, there's quite a bit of it here. Now, keep in mind, we also want artifacts that put themselves in the graveyard. Armillary Sphere, Commander Sphere, we can sack to draw a card. Traveler's Amulet. Burnished Heart puts itself there to get some lands. Chromatic Star. Expedition Map. The Locket is pretty good because you can sack it to draw some cards. Wayfarer's Bauble. Celestia Cluestone. Horizon Spellbomb. Those are, the ones that will place themselves into the graveyard as just an ability of, doing their thing. Now, the rest of it, the Soul Ring, Talisman of Unity, Guardian Auto. I love the Guardian Auto here because it comes into play tapped, whatever. But it becomes a golem, right? Oh, so good. Wildfield Border Post, Harrow, Rapid Growth, Celestia Signet, Search for Tomorrow, and Idol of the Oblivion. Now, I know this is not a golem card, but tap to draw a card, activate this only if you created a token this turn. That's decent card draw. Makes the Eldrazi. Probably will never happen, but Rites of Flourishing, Double Meat, Double Cheese, of course, our card draw. Let's get to the non-golem creatures. Here's the non-golem creatures. Sun Titan have a lot of permanents that are 3 or less because we're putting artifacts in the graveyard, and y'all saw the Burnished Heart, and that's kind of a sweet spot for me. Jor's Familiar is just going to make a lot of stuff cheap in the deck. Rebek, protection from CMC. I'm sorry, mana value. That's pretty good. So let's look at our golems. Brass Herald. Not a lot of people realize this is an actual golem. So obviously we're choosing golems, and it does its thing. Let me pull back here a little bit. We have Gingerbread. Now, I did not realize this deck has been played, not by me. Patron of the show, Chris, he played this deck against me, and I am telling you what, I was not ready for Gingerbread. Did Gingerbread kill me? Was that the blow that I'm pretty sure? Because out of all of them, Gingerbread scared me the most because of the dang haste. Also, you can sack it to gain some life. Trigger, yeah. Precursor Golem, gotta be real careful. This is, you gotta think hard before you actually cast a Precursor Golem, because it's a blessing and a curse, right? Yeah. He does bring 2 golems. However, if somebody lightning bolts 1 golem, they all get lightning bolted. So, Geode Golem, kind of cool. You may cast your commander when it hits a player. We have 2 commanders, and if they die several times, that can get quite expensive, and this is a way to get around that. Arcbound Overseer is the only Arcbound thing. It's a golem. It deals with +1 counters. I figured it was a decent win. Darksteel Sentinel. 6 mana is an awful lot for a 3/3. It does have Flash, Vigilance, Indestructible, whatevs. I thought that the +1 counter aspect of the deck could make this just a force to be reckoned with. Battered Golem. Pseudo Vigilance. Golden Guardian. Golem Artisan. Now, Awakened Amalgam. I know Chris drew like the 1 snow-covered land in the deck. I have 1 snow-covered forest, 1 snow-covered isle, or plains, and he's like, I don't understand why there's just 1. This is the reason why. I love this golem. I love the, yes, you're playing right into the hands of the Blood Moon player, I know, but if it is, right? But, yeah, this can be really large. Not kind of large as the Beast of Burden. I love that it's in play. Creatures on the battlefield. Not just yours. Creatures on the battlefield. By the time you get to 6 mana to cast this, even if there's what's a modest amount? 8, 9 creatures on the board through 4 or 5 players? Whew. And then I had to do a classic throwback here, the clay statue. 3/1 regenerating golem. Sure, why not? Now, some of these others, we have Golem's Foundry. Making more golem tokens. The Ritual of Restoration to get that artifact back. Welding Jar. This checks all the boxes. It puts itself in the graveyard, regenerates an artifact, costs 0. Frantic Salvage, same thing, getting artifacts back. Rootborn Defenses, really, really good defense there. Right in the name, right? So, Populate. That was, because, if you're preventing a board wipe, you might as well get something extra out of it. Populate. Get you another token. Drew's Deliverance. Here again. Fog. To you. That's what's great. It doesn't, because there's a lot of times where if you're holding a fog and a player is attacking 2 or 3 different players and you're like, I really want them to take the damage, but I really don't want to take it. This is, and you get another token because it populates. Turmoil's Crypt, just an artifact, puts itself in the graveyard and, nerfs a bunch of strategies. Titan Forge, gets there, makes 9/9 golem tokens, right? We have Throne of Geth to sacrifice those artifacts to proliferate. It does, you're proliferating the counters, you're putting an artifact in the graveyard. It's beautiful. Now, I realize this next one is kind of a stretch. Aetherworks Marvel. It is the only energy card in the library, but with so many permanents going to the graveyard, putting themselves there, I feel like it might work. We're going to give it a try. It may be the first cut. I don't know. And then we have ways to pump our team. You know, Intangible Virtue, 1/1 in Vigilance. Rally the Ranks, choosing Golem. Tempered Steel. And the classic, of course, Overrun. I mean, it's a great card, right? Now, removal, we're kind of removal light, I'm not going to lie. Dispeller's Capsule, obviously for obvious reasons, puts itself into the graveyard. Celestial Purge. Disenchant. Beast Within. And Condemn. Now that brings us to our non-basic lands, of which there are a bunch, because, you know, the amalgam. Now, Karn's Bastion had to be in there for the proliferate, and also things that sack themselves, such as Crozen Verge, Terramorphic Expanse. I think that's it, because it doesn't... Oh, Evolving Wilds, because I think our commander just cares about artifacts. But the usual fare of dual lands, the Grapeout Refuge, Blossoming Sands, Command Tower, Arctic Tree Line, Selesnya Guildgate, Gateway Plaza, Vivid Meadow, Tranquil Expanse, Desert of the Indomitable, Secluded Steppe, Selesnya Sanctuary, Salt Crested Steppe, Slippery Karst, Vivid Grove, and lastly I put in the Darksteel Citadel. I couldn't find the white or the green one, the Ancient Inn or Tree Tales, but they would probably go in to replace a basic land of each type, just to have more lands with different names. And that is Igtek and Prava. So that is what we are... Oh, we get started on the road, don't we? 671. Got several more. I'm going to try... We're going to try this daily thing. I have nothing else to do now, so... we're going to try to keep this up for as long as I can. Should be able to. Anyway, I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.